Hello, my name is Swiss Bianco. In this video I will talk about the Tanto machete from Cold Steel. It's basically an unboxing that you see what you get in this rather economical priced little sword like device. The packaging already is in the trash, unfortunately, so the item comes in a clear see-through bag with a little bit of paperwork on top, just telling the name and Cold Steel, the brand of course, and made in South Africa. And then as you take it out, you see that it has a sheet that is made in China. The sheet is rather well made, a Cordura sheet in with the belt loop, basically a Japanese traditional style with the cordage and all that. We're gonna see that as I put the knife in the sheet a bit later, how that works. And then we have the item itself. This is in the machete line, which means the thickness of the steel is rather thin. That for such a size it's on the thin side, but they do that to save on material on the cost. So for the price and the size of it, I would say the thickness is pretty good. It's not too thin that you can't actually use it. Now the grip is a simple affair, made out of a injection molded plastic. It is patterned after the typical Japanese style with the wrapping there, but it's all plastic. On a full tang we have the lanyard hole on the back, and there we see the dimple from the injection molding. So nothing special on the handle too, other than it is a relative nice round contoured, because it's an injection molded part. So there you don't have any rough spots or sharpness on it. Pretty good. The texturing is medium, the best. It could be a bit more aggressive for my taste, but maybe I'm gonna stipple it. This item gonna get altered anyhow, so we see what I do. Then we have the guard, a typical plate style. Both sides are the same. There we have a bit damage on the black coating. How that did come from the factory. It's just sandwiched between the injection molded handle and the blade, so you can't take it off. Then to the blade itself, we see there Cold Steel, South Africa. So far with all the machetes and knives or swords in the machete line from Cold Steel that are made in South Africa, I never had any problems with it. All over the many years by now, they have some products in that lines made in China. Those were for sure having a less quality than the South African ones. On the back side there is nothing on the tang. Now to the edge, I did already remove a little bit of the burr on the blade. That item had a heck of a burr on one side of the grind, and that is typical for pretty much all machetes that you buy in the store. Brand new, the sharpening is not done really well. So we see here how they did grind the start of the sharp part of the blade there, leaving a bit about an inch between the guard and where the sharp part starts. It's just a rough grinding, and then it goes all the way to the tip. We have here a bit a rounded part, not like a typical modern tanto part where we have two angles. Here it is a bit rounded. That is really nice done, all the way up to the tip, and the same on the other side of course too. the blade is coated with that typical black paint finish, baked on finish that is really durable. The back side of the blade is relatively well done too. There is no sharp spots in that regards over there from the stamping, so that is done pretty nice. So that is what you can expect. What you 100% need to do is resharpen the item, as it is not overly sharp right out of the box at all, especially with that burr. Now as I put it in the sheet, the sheet has that shape so the blade only goes one way in it, with that lovely sturdy guard here. The sheet is really nice made in that regards. Then on the other side we have that loop that basically goes through the slot here of the guard, and then you can put it back on. And here you have the cordage. That is not a paracord, it's a simple cheap made cordage that you can put it on your belt and carry it like that if you want. So there is no belt loop in that regards that you can actually use. That is a bit a drawback. It would have been good if they make like under that thing here a belt loop, maybe on both sides, so you can carry it with the cutting edge up like this, or down, depending, also for left and right hand use of course. But that is how that is in that version here. How that is all in all, for the money that you pay, for sure it's a great buy. The quality is reasonably good for such an item, but as with most of those items that they sell in the machete line, you need to resharpen it as an absolute minimum. Such items are of course great for projects if you want to alter the handle by stippling. You could even, if you have bigger hands, you could even wrap it with a real wrap like the people in Japan did, and all that. You can make a new sheet if you don't like that sheet, or you can alter this sheet. The guard is out of metal, so you could Dremel, alter it with a Dremel, and Dremel some kind of things onto it if you want. Online you see from the older samurai swords, they had really nice examples with animals on it, and X items if you want to do something like that. So as a project it's for sure good, as it comes straight from the factory with that typical sharpening. I would not suggest use it like that. Minimum sharpening is needed. Now at the end of the video, quick a size comparison. Many of you may know the cold steel Recon Tanto, so we have there a bit size comparison. I need to go a bit over here on the camera. Yeah, now it's better. So we see the Recon Tanto, really great knife that is made in the cold steel line for many decades. Is of course smaller and it's lighter. We have a complete different quality there. It's a higher priced knife than the machete line, of course, with the rubber handle instead of a hard plastic like on the machete. And the thickness of the blade material is of course more than double the thickness there, so it's a different use. But you see the size is different too. The Recon Tanto I use now for quite a while, and over the years, and that is a great knife itself. Maybe one day I make a video on that example. So that much about the tanto machete. If you like the style, the size, check it out. That could be something that you like and enjoy.